We'll get going with Annie Costable from the Chicago Sun-Times.
Hey, James. I can't see you, which is not important, but
I swear it's not important at all.
okay, now I can see you. But it's hard to ask questions when you can't see the game. So
Oh yeah.
What impressed you?
We were perfect. What impressed me? Defensively, we had a different level defensively that I really liked. We were getting our hands on balls and we were getting deflections and steals early on. And we were pretty aggressive with our length in the passing lane. So that's the thing that probably impressed me, that our aggressiveness and our ability to create offense out of our defense.
And then heading into the season opener, what from today gives you confidence about how this team will perform on Saturday?
The fact that,
other than what you said, sorry.
The thing that gives me the most confidence is we have our people here. This is, the first time we were able to see Candace and Slood and Aly and Ruthie in Sky uniform. And so to have them here gives us a lot of confidence. So that's the thing that gives me the most confidence, to see our bodies here.
And then, sorry, last question for you. Yeah, you guys saw Candace today, Aly, Courtney. What did these three look like together? Give us something. We can't see anything.
They were good. I mean, we're still working out some stuff, some kinks and stuff like that, but they were good. Everybody looks like they're rounding in the form. And so, they didn't really play a complete game. I think I only played Aly 16 minutes, only played Slood 18 and Candace a little bit more than 20, but they'll play more, of course, but in the minutes that they played together, they were fine. It's going to still take some rhythm and stuff like that. We're not by no means a finished product, but I was pleased. I still have to look at more of the film to kind of get a real handle on the things that we need to do together to get them there.
All right. Feel free to send it our way after you take a look at it.
I will do that.
Thanks.
Next question will be from Eric Wilson with WKII.
Coach, congrats on the win. Appreciate your time as always.
Thank you.
So, yeah, kind of following up with the first question, since we didn't get to see it, I guess I'm just going to ask individually what you saw from these ladies, starting with Courtney being, as you call her, the head of the snake and the facilitator. How was she looking today?
She looked good. I didn't know if I wanted to play her this many minutes, but once you get into the game, you kind of want her to, because she's the floor general, so you want her on the floor. And I thought she was good. She made her shots. She controlled the pace, controlled tempo, and defensively she was really solid. She was disruptive, and that's something that she's gonna even provide more of. And so we were just happy. She's played a really well balanced 18 minutes, so it was good.
Awesome. And then we always talk about the 1 to the 2 in Diamond and Kalia. How do you feel the two of them performed today?
Defensively, they were solid. I felt like Diamond was active. She had 5 steals early. Ka was active to like she was putting a lot of pressure and using her length really well. So in passing lane, so they were solid in that aspect, and it allowed us to play a little bit faster than we did the other night. So it was a good game for them, for both of them.
And then my last one, and I promise, Jake, I'm done after this. You had 44 points in the paint. Is that going to be kind of the focal point when it comes to scoring for the Sky this year, getting those points in the paint?
I don't know. I think it just, it canceled out the fact that we were 3 for 16 from the 3. So, us getting to the paint is something I want to do. I felt like we did a better job of that in 2019 than we did in 2020. We made more shots. We were a more consistent jump shot shooting team in 2020, but I like when we get to the paint because it collapses the defense and it opens up the lanes on the weak side of the floor. And so getting in the paint is something that I really want to do. So we'll see how it works. But tonight was a really good job of doing that.
Appreciate it as always. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Eric.
Next question will be from James K with W Insider.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey, James. Doing good. Thanks.
So I guess you kind of answered this a little bit in your last answer, but last season you guys were at a league low with, I think, somewhere around 15 free throw attempts per game. But in the last two games, at least in the preseason, you've had over 20 free throw attempts per game. I mean, has that been an emphasis in practice about getting to the line since you have the players that are capable of doing that?
Yeah, it has. I don't want to go. I mean, one of the things that, we were a really high field goal percentage team last season. But, sometimes I just don't want us to fall in love with it. I want us to get in the lane. I want us to get to the free throw line. We were 12th in free throw shots per game last season. I don't want that to happen again. So it's going to be a concentrated effort to get in the lane and try to create offense or move the ball. And that's where we're going to get our shots from.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you, James. Thank you, everyone. We'll have Aly Quigley up shortly.
Yeah, here she is. Happy she's back.
All right, Aly, thank you for joining us. If you have a question for Aly Quigley, please raise your hand. We'll begin with Eric Wilson with WKII.
Aly, welcome back. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. Just wanted to ask you what it felt like to be out with the team there today, and how you're doing as far as transitioning from the Euro League to being back with the Sky.
It felt really good, especially just to be back in Wintrust. It feels like we haven't been here in forever, so it was just a really familiar feeling. And I've been kind of around practice a little bit lately, but to finally be able to play in the game, just kind of felt like picked up where I left off with the team, just because there's so many familiar faces.
Awesome. And this was kind of a, if you will, kind of homecoming because you and Candace are back together again. What was that like?
It was awesome. I mean, we've talked about it a lot in the off season and, could imagine, playing together, but to be able to do it today, there was a couple moments that, whether it's like reading situations or just the things she can do on offense and defense where I'm just got me excited for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it as always. Thanks, Aly.
Thanks.
Next question will come from Annie Costable with the Chicago Sun-Times.
Hey, Aly, thanks for your time. I wonder if you could elaborate a little bit on the play tonight with Candace Parker. I know Wade said y'all didn't play, obviously, a full game, but talking about those expectations for the season and how you all, believe you will play together, what excited you about the way things went tonight?
I mean, she just knows how to play the game the right way, and she verbalizes it. It's how she plays, with her play, whether she really believes in moving the ball and, being loud on defense. She's a leader on defense. You can always hear her talking, always talking in the huddles and the timeout. So I'm just really excited for, the defensive part of the game. I feel like just with her talking and directing, I feel like we're already a better team defensively.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question from Allison Moran.
I think you're muted, Allison.
Allison, you need to unmute, please. All right.
All right, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I apologize to the media
Okay.
staff. Anyway, Aly, welcome back.
Thank
How did it feel to be on the floor with Candace and the rest of your team?
I feel amazing. Just been, hearing a lot about camp and watching a little bit lately. So just to be on the court with them, it's always good to be back with them. It's just familiar, obviously, with Ka and Steph and Diamond. Played a little with Candace a couple years back, but just to be able to just play with them and just be back on the court, it's always a blessing. So I'm just excited for the rest of the season.
Does this have a different feeling to you than previous years? Does it feel like this is the team that goes all the way?
I mean, I think so. I feel like we have such a similar team as last year and the year before. We had so much momentum in 2019. Last year in the bubble, we started hot. We were one of the best teams in the league, I think. And I think healthy this year, and to be able to add Candace, there's no reason why we can't just pick up from that momentum that we've had the last two seasons. So, but we're not really looking too far ahead. I think that we all know we have those big goals, but right now our focus is just getting better every single day, and not skipping steps. Like, we still have to get better every day, no matter how much talent you have.
My last question, how did you feel?
I felt all right. I really gave myself a break these last, 10 days, maybe it was. It's always tough, mentally coming to a brand new season when you just kind of had all that stress and mental emotion of, playing for championships overseas and the end of a season. So it's just been nice to rest my body and my mind. I felt, a little out of game shape, but I knew it was expected. I think it was better than I thought. The WNBA is a lot more physical than overseas. So I think going into it, I was like, oh geez, I got to be ready for the physicality, but it wasn't so bad. It was okay.
Great. Thanks a lot, Aly.
Thank you too.
Annie, do you have another question?
Yeah, sorry. Aly, just wanted to hear too on preparation for game 1 on Saturday, and obviously, being back with the team for a shortened amount of time before that game. What is your focus with that shortened amount of time? How do you get yourself ready for the opener?
I think it's just reps with the team, having a couple days of practice now that we have almost our full team. Now that we have a Stu back, Ruthie, Courtney, me, obviously Candace, the new piece. I think that just getting reps together, whether it's running through the plays, some defensive schemes, just getting more familiar with each other. So I think just getting better these next 2 days and going into this game with a lot of energy, excitement. Obviously, first game of the season. We'll focus on Washington, their personnel and whatnot, but I think it's just going to be about getting reps together in practice.
Thanks, Aly.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Aly. We'll have Lexie Brown shortly.
Keep it on.
Hi, Lexie. Thank you for joining us. If you have a question for Lexie Brown, please raise your hand. We'll begin with Annie Costable with the Chicago Sun-Times.
Hey, Lexie, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to hear where your confidence was at, heading into, the finalization of this roster and you being a piece of that roster.
I left everything I could out there today, all through training camp. My entire career, every training camp has been basically a tryout for me. So coming into this training camp, I knew that nothing was guaranteed. I had to play my A+ game, do everything, just at 150%. So I left it all out there. I think I played a really good game today in limited minutes. I have a lot of confidence. James told me to shoot the ball, and that's what I did today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Next question from Eric Wilson with WKII.
Hey, Lexie, I appreciate the time. So yeah, speaking of those limited minutes, 9 minutes, 10 points. When you were out there, did you just feel like it was everything that you had done in training camp, you were executing out there on the court today?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been shooting the ball a lot in training camp, shooting deep threes, threes off of handoffs, ball screens. And again, I was out there with some players that I hadn't really played with at all in training camp. So it was a fun experience. It was nice to be out there. It was nice to get a win. I thought everyone played well, shared the ball, played really good defense.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Next question from Allison Moran.
Hey, Lexie, there we are. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing awesome. Thank you. Congratulations. Nice win after the last one. Yes.
Yes, it felt good to have everybody out there for sure.
Definitely. Talk about Candace's role and how you feel that Candace connected with each member of who was out there today.
Yeah, having Candace has been amazing. My favorite thing about her is how vocal she is, about good things and bad, and even things that she just notices, even if it's tiny little details, you know, she vocalizes everything so everyone can be on the same page. I think that's the one thing that I haven't had in a veteran yet. It's been really fun to see her connect differently with everybody. She always talks about how much younger we are than her. So I've started to call her grandma. She hates it, but you know, she's been a great player, great mind, great basketball mind to be around. And, you know, it's just been a blessing for sure.
Do you feel that this is the squad that's going to go to the promised land, the WNBA championships?
I think, yeah. And it's funny because, you know, now this is my third team. You know, I've had these same championship aspirations. And I think on the court, off the court, this is definitely a team that has a bond that I haven't witnessed or experienced before in the W. I think there's just a few pieces that I've been missing in the last few years for them. And I hope that I can help with that. I definitely know Candace will be able to help with that. So I'm really excited for this journey this summer.
Terrific. Thanks, Lexie.
Annie Costable, do you have another question?
No, sorry, I forgot to lower my hand. Thanks,
No
Lexie.
problem. Eric Wilson, do you have another question?
Actually, I do. So Lexie, I remember watching I Am Athlete, and when you were asked about the best shooters, you said yourself and Aly. I wonder if you could just expand upon that. And, you know, now that you had a chance to actually play alongside her and see what she was like, what is it about the two of you that make y'all the best shooters in the game?
I've been a fan of Aly's since, you know, I've been before the league in college, just the way that she's able to get open, create space for herself, get tough shots off. You know, she's somebody along with Christy Tolliver. Those are two players that I really watched very closely growing up. I think just her short memory, that's something that I haven't mastered yet. And I think I'm getting very, very close to it. You know, she doesn't care if she misses a shot, she's going to take the next one. And that's, you know, a hump that I still have to get over. And I think I'm very, very close to getting there. It's funny that I put me, Aly, and Kayla, you know, so I was going to be teammates with Kayla. Now I'm teammates with Aly. So it's going to be really fun to be on the court with her today. It was for a few minutes, but I already felt super comfortable out there with her. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Lexie. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good day.